Genomic testing in pediatric neurology. Genetic testing is helping pediatric neurology experts diagnose and optimize treatments for their patients. But it can be challenging to determine when a molecular test will add value, what to consider when choosing a test, and when to collaborate with a genetic expert. When does a molecular test add value? Increasingly, even when the diagnosis is clear, genetic testing is used to identify the specific variant causing the condition, so that the provider can pinpoint treatment options. For example, in Duchenne muscular dystrophy, there is now an FDA-approved therapeutic available that targets a specific variant. Knowing a specific diagnosis can also help children avoid ineffective treatments. For example, children with seizures that accompany Dravet syndrome are unlikely to respond favorably to surgery, and therefore it can be avoided. How do I evaluate which test to order? Tests, even those for the same condition, can differ significantly from one laboratory to the next, depending on the variant types and number of genes assessed. Consider the scope of the test. Tests that cover more of the genome cast a wider net, and may be more likely to find a variant that is causing the condition, especially when the diagnosis is uncertain or unknown. By studying a larger number of genes, broader tests are also more likely to identify a variant in a gene that was not originally suspected or is of uncertain significance. Consider the types of variants detected by the test. Most conditions are caused by a variety of different variants, such as single nucleotide changes, deletions, duplications, and trinucleotide repeats. Not all tests detect the same variant types. Knowing the variant types responsible for the suspected condition can help determine the most comprehensive test. When there is a strong clinical suspicion for a given genetic condition, a more targeted test that detects all relevant variant types may be a good and sometimes better option. Consider previous testing. Because of the constant evolution of testing, there are often options for people who have already had genetic testing. This even includes those who have had previous exome sequencing. Collaborating with a genetic expert. Due to the increasing complexity of testing variables, collaboration with genetic experts can be helpful for the optimal integration of genetics in a variety of ways. Genetic experts can provide technical assistance and peer consultation, or you can refer patients for an evaluation. This module explores pediatric neurology cases that highlight the potential value of molecular diagnosis, the benefits and limitations of genetic testing, key factors in genetic test selection, and various models for collaboration with genetic experts.